Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's your boy Koozie. I'm back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. Don't forget these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything you hear or see in these videos. Always use your own discernment and always do your own research, and don't believe anything I say in these videos. With that said, let's get it.
Places that are forbidden to visit. The Dulce Air Base. To most, Dulce, New Mexico is a small southwestern town. There literally isn't even a traffic light in the entire city. But this small town is home to one of the most forbidden government facilities in the entire world. The only thing that's 100% known is there is a massive government facility underground that is heavily guarded. Speculation ranges from government experiments, weapons, technology, and even some calling for aliens. This is the kind of place where conspiracy theorists can have their imagination run wild. With that being said, there has been no concrete evidence of any of these claims. What do you think's going on? Like and follow for more videos like these.
Aliens, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think it's some aliens in Dulce, New Mexico? Anybody from there watching the video, y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Y'all seen any of them UFOs down there lately?
Have you ever heard of Dulce Base? Dulce is more secret than Area 51 and more sinister. If Area 51 is the place where humans experiment on aliens, Dulce is the place where aliens experiment on us. Dulce is a town in New Mexico near the Colorado border on the Jicarilla Apache Reservation. Though the town is small, with fewer than 3,000 people, the area has the largest number of UFO sightings per capita in the world. The stories of strange lights and objects in the sky go back as far as the first people to inhabit the area thousands of years ago. Newer stories claim there's an underground base within the Archuleta Mesa near Dulce. There are witnesses who claim to have worked on the construction of the base, worked at the base, and some who've seen it from the air.
Man, that dude said, man, there be some, man, they be experimenting on us, man, allegedly. Hey, man, I don't know, I don't even want to believe that one, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section.
Dive into the shadowy depths of Dulce Base, a location shrouded in whispers of an underground alliance between humans and extraterrestrials, right on the Colorado-New Mexico border. This tale kicks off with Paul Benowitz, an Albuquerque entrepreneur who, in 1979, claimed he was on to alien communications. Fast forward to the 1980s, and Benowitz's conviction of a hidden base beneath Dulce, hosting gray aliens alongside humans, captures widespread attention. The UFO community lights up with chatter, bolstered by ufologist John Lear's claims of verifying the base's existence. The intrigue deepens, with George Clinton Andrews' 1986 book further fueling the fire with tales of alien residents. By 1988, sensational tabloid stories of aliens abducting humans for experiments catapult the Dulce base legend into the realm of the extraordinary. But why the fascination with Dulce? Local sightings of UFOs and mysterious lights only add to the mystery, with Dulce base narrative weaves a rich tapestry of conspiracy history and intrigue. Is it a mere figment of sci-fi lore, or could there be a kernel of truth to these wild speculations? And if you're craving more tales that hover on the edge of reality, don't forget to like and follow. What mysteries do you think lurk in the shadows?
Allegedly, there is a secret underground alien base in Dulce, New Mexico. On the surface, it's just a small southwestern town. It doesn't even have a traffic light. But according to the most bizarre rumors, this little town is just a cap on a gargantuan underground facility that is home to unimaginable experiments and technologies. For the tinfoil hat wearers, there's a whole world underneath Dulce. A secret, high-tech one filled with aliens. The colorful claims of the paranormal have come from many different times and people in Dulce. Never mind all that cattle stuff. Philip Schneider, a former explosive engineer employed by the US government, introduced the idea of Dulce as a site of a brutal human-alien war.
How many of y'all out there have heard of Philip Schneider? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you haven't, you fit to find out right now.
Schneider, who had high-level security clearance, claimed that he helped construct a secret underground base in Dulce in 1979. There, he says, he witnessed a battle with subterranean aliens that left 60 humans dead. The alien war wages on to this day. Phil
allegedly
died 1 year after the following ufology conference. Allegedly, the cause of death was never fully explained. This is his story.
During the unbelievable part, I was involved in building another base inside of Dulce, New Mexico, which is Los Alamos Laboratory. It's a biological laboratory. On the southwest part of the Archuleta Mesa, we built an underground facility, a better part of 3 cubic miles hollowed out underground. Then to the southwest of that, we were in the process of the early stages of building. We drilled 4 large tunnel-like holes. Some of them ran 2.5 miles under the surface. Number of the original wells or drilling machines that were used were at the rate of up 2 miles a day. It was fairly rapid. The equipment kept coming up broken. So we wanted to go down, we wanted to send somebody down there, a human observer, or human observers in this case, to find out what was going on. Well, to our total surprise, first of all, the government knew all about it. They didn't tell anybody.
When do they ever?
When I saw Green Beret and Black Beret people encamped inside of our geologist camp, I knew something was up, the gig was up. First of all, I knew all about the alien agenda. I'll explain that in a few minutes. The large alien grays had been encamped there for as best as believed possible about 400 or 500 years. It had been one of their internal bases. And
did y'all hear what he just said? They've been encamped there allegedly for 400 to 500 years. That's a long time, man. That's a long time, man, for real. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.
They drilled holes right on top of it. All the stinking air, all the black sooty air came right out as soon as the first hole was sunk, and all this soot came up, and well, that's when all the hell broke loose, really. All started. Anyway, after we drilled all 4 holes, it took about 2 days to drill all 4 of them. And when you build a underground base, you drill 4 basic holes, and you build called stopes or cross-member holes across, and you use blasting equipment, special blasting equipment by the analyzation of the rock formation, and you literally blast out or tunnel out or deflagrate or melt rock out to build the large rooms that are required for this underground base. Well, in this process, I was lowered down the basket of one of these holes, and about from me to this elderly woman here in the front was sitting a 7-foot-tall alien gray. The stench was worse than the worst garbage can you can imagine. The person the entity was absolutely horrible. I didn't waste any time. I reached for my pistol. At that time, as an engineer, I didn't have time to carry all the folderol of one of these big submachine guns that all the sea spray and the yellow fruit and all the outer perimeter and inner perimeter security people carried. I carried a little Walter PPK pistol with a 9-shot clip. This was in late August of 1979. Now, you got a regular suit of clothes, you got a regular clothes on, plus you're in almost like a spacesuit environment, and you're reaching for a gun. It's not the easiest thing to do, and then to pop a clip in it and start shooting. And I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal, and they do die. However,
allegedly, guys, allegedly. Remember, these videos are for entertainment purpose only. Don't believe nothing you hear or see in these videos. Always do your own research. Okay? Use your own discernment.
Process. One of them did this. All I remember is that he just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish. And burnt my fingers right off of me. And it was some form of electrical force, because the kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt burned all my toenails off of me. Completely crispy crittered my left foot. Burnt the shoe right off of me. All I remember is the smoking remains, and I'm still conscious, but in and out of, didn't remember much. And there was a Green Beret that was right behind me that risked his life. In fact, he died. But he risked his life. He shoved me back in the basket and hit the button and took me up. And I wouldn't be alive talking to you today if it wasn't for him. I'm forever indebted. He lost his life. 66 Secret Service agents, Green Berets, Black Berets, crack.
Y'all catch that, man? 66. Why 66? Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Why 66? Well, am I just tripping? I might just be tripping on that one. You know, I don't know.
Troops lost their lives because the government, our United States government, lied, did not tell us anything about the alien threat. There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious. It's been going on since that time. Since late August of 1979, our military, the Russian military, basically the militaries of the world, have been in constant conflict with the outer space alien. The small gray, the large gray, the reptilians, the whole thing. There are 11 distinct races of aliens. 2 are benevolent. One had to leave here in a hurry because their world is under attack, both on the surface as well as underground. There, the Pleiadians. We're familiar. Maybe some of you are familiar.
Say, man, I don't know, man. They say he's been debunked. I don't know if I could believe that, man. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Philip Schneider, Mr. Philip Schneider, is bluffing, selling us wolf tickets, or y'all think, man, there's some truth today? Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. I don't know.
Right now, there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States. There's 1,477 of them worldwide. Each one has an average cost of $17 to $19 billion. Each one is built in the site, it used to be, it'd take a year to 2 years to build each one, and now they're capable of building a couple of them a year with sophisticated methods. My colleague, Al Bielik, has actually been on some of the high-speed railways, the magneto-leviton trains that connect all the deep underground military bases within the United States. He's been on a Mach 2 train and floats off a single rail at a 3/4 of an inch off the rail, and is what you call high tech. We have nothing like this on the surface.
Boy, I tell you what, my friend, I don't know what to tell you, my friend. That's some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna lie, man. But it's like I say, it's all alleged. We don't know, man. They say, man, old dude was, you know what I'm saying, has some things going on mentally, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But hey, maybe you can find out. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. What you come up with.
openly admit to this with some of them, such as NORAD as well as Area 51. I don't know how accurate this is, but I read on 2 websites that it said that there are 1,400 DUMBs worldwide, and anywhere from 131 to 188 of them in the US, and new ones being built every single year. Phil Schneider was one of the first people to mention DUMBs, and 14 years after his presentation exposing the complexity of DUMBs as well as alien life forms, he was found dead on January 10th, 1996. Beaten and strangled to death with a cord, his death was ruled as suicide, and all of his files and pictures that he traveled with to go into conferences to exposing these DUMBs and the alien life forms that he claimed were under there were also missing as well from the scene. This clear murder and cover-up shows that there is definitely some validity to what he was saying. The entities he experienced were of some sort of fallen nature, I believe, whether lab created or brought through portals. These things are not the creation of God, which is why they flee when people call on Jesus when they're around. Phil claims that he worked on black budget government projects for...
See, me, I always was the type to say, man, these, aka these UFOs or these aliens or aka demonic forces, demons, man. You know, some people say, man, no, they not. They from other planets, from outer space. I think planets are nothing but like luminaries and other like lights. You know what I'm saying? They not really, they gas planets. You know, they not really like landable. Like you can't land on them. You know what I'm saying? They not really tangible. You know. I feel like, man, like a lot of people out here food, man. I feel like these planets are like other dimensions and stuff. Like these beings are interdimensional beings, or you know, they come from other dimensions and stuff. That, like I say, demonic beings. Let me know what y'all come up with, you know. Let me know y'all opinion down below in the comment section, though. I might just be tripping, man, you know. I don't know.
17 years, including building these complex DOMs. He asserted that 28% of the U.S. gross national product was being spent on building underground bases. He also claimed that magneto-levitation trains connected all the DOM bases within the United States in an enormous transport system capable of speeds of Mach 2 or higher. He claims there's a whole other world down there that is filled with both human and alien life forms. On a more recent front to do with things going on underground, DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, did a subterranean challenge in 2019 to 2021, and here's the official claims to what that was about on their website. The Subterranean Sub-T Challenge was a Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency DARPA program to develop innovative technologies that can augment underground operations. The Sub-T Challenge explored new approaches to rapidly map, navigate, search, and exploit complex underground environments such as man-made tunnel systems, urban underground, and natural cave networks.
Something to think about, man. I ain't gonna lie, though. DARPA, man. You always be hearing about DARPA and what they coming up with. I'm telling you, you know that stuff ain't of God, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below, though. That's crazy, man. It's something to think about, though, like I said.
Genetic experimentation on human-alien hybrids and cutting-edge technologies beyond imagination. Level 1 serves as both the security checkpoint and communications office, where government personnel manage access and interact with potential extraterrestrial contacts. At Level 2, sprawling living quarters provide shelter solely for human personnel. Level 3 of the underground facility contains executive offices and alien science labs, where enigmatic experiments challenge the boundaries of human understanding of extraterrestrial technology. On Level 4, disturbing mind control experiments are allegedly conducted, delving into the dark realms of manipulating consciousness and human behavior within the shadowy depths. Level
AKA MK Ultra and other things like that. You know what I'm saying, if you didn't know.
5 is said to house alien living quarters. Several extraterrestrial species coexist within the depths of the underground base. At Level 6, disturbing genetic experiments are allegedly conducted, delving into the boundaries of biological manipulation. At Level 7, rumors speak of cryogenic storage chambers, where chilling mysteries lie frozen.
Man, I hope y'all paying attention, man. Say, man, this gonna stir a lot of people the wrong way, man. If you was thinking about leaving, I wouldn't leave, man, because you definitely gonna miss some stuff that you gonna want to hear, man. For real. And you gonna want to spread the word. So y'all share. Share this video, for real, man. And comment. I need to hear y'all opinions, man. And don't forget to like. You know, a lot of y'all be watching, but y'all don't be liking, huh? Come on. Let's get it.
Seem to be mostly offices and human beings, people. I came in on that level, and it was all military people, mostly green uniforms, and office settings, little cubicles. They took me through there to an elevator. We went in the elevator down, I guess, to the next level, from what I understand, which is 4. They opened up the doors and pushed me out. When the doors opened up, there was a bunch of these small graves. There was just a bunch of them there, and they pushed me out the door, and the doors closed, and that was it. At that point, I was just met. They levitated me somehow, but as soon as I was there, I was on my back, being levitated with those grays walking with me. They took me to, I guess, one of the experimentation rooms. It was like a stone table. Put me on the table, and I couldn't move at all. You know, as soon as they levitated me, I couldn't move at that point. They cut my clothes off, and then a big gray came in and stuck some device up my nose, almost looked like a pencil on a cord, and they shoved that up my nose, and then I was taken to a cage. This was bizarre. It was just this huge cabin with cages and people in them. And they weren't stacked on top of each other. And everybody was naked in there, and they all had this stare. It was just horrible. So I was there for a little bit, and then they came back and got me again.
Kind of remind you of the Disney movie John Carter. If y'all haven't heard of it, man, y'all just look it up and check it out. The beginning when he got kidnapped or abducted by the aliens, when he got the bracelet. It remind you of that. And then another thing, remember, check this out, man. They keep talking about these beings and stuff and the tampering with their genetics or stuff like that, you know, saying these aliens and stuff, man. It's just like the Nephilim, and remember the days of Noah. All these genetic, you know, manipulations and, you know, modifications and stuff, man. You got to understand, man. It's getting back to that time. Pay attention to the times. Or I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But like I said, I'm just gonna react. I'm just reacting, man. Y'all let me know what I'm talking. Let me know if I'm just tripping in the comment section, y'all, or we on to something here. Let's get it. We building
opinion of what they were. But they are real, and they are here, and they come from here, and they're the sons of God. They're the fallen angels, and a lot of people may not believe it, but I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some of them that were 25 feet tall. So
wait, these are aliens at Dulce base?
They're the Nephilim. Yeah, at Dulce, they do science. They hate us, believe it or not, and you can feel the hate between the Nephilim and the Greys and all that. They hate us, but they're in some kind of a constraint. And all I can say is that God has them constrained to the point of time. And just recently, of course, I'm sure some of the listeners have heard about the earthquake supposedly in Virginia and Colorado. Those were in fact an 11 kiloton nuclear weapon detonated underneath the ground in Virginia and at one of the underground levels, and 2 5-kiloton nuclear detonations under the Denver airport. And what they're doing is the Nephilim are starting to, I guess God is lifting the constraints off of them, but they blew the entrances with nuclear weapons so that they could trap them in there when there is no trapping them in there. I mean, I've seen them pick up half-ton boulders and throw them like baseballs. There's just no keeping them in there. And they're not totally human, they're spiritual.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Think it's a game?
Hey, man, like you say, if you don't know, now you know. Nah, for real though, man, they starting to wake up, man. It said in the word, man, it said it was Nephilim giant. It was giants in them days, and there's giants after them days. During the flood, before the flood, and there's still some after the flood. Come on, man, where y'all think they been this whole time? Y'all think they just been exterminated, man? The word is true, man. They been under the earth, in the mountains, under earth. Come on, man. Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section.
I'm sure you've seen some videos and heard some rumors about a big facility underneath Springfield City. Well, I'm here to say the rumors are true. I usually don't share because my colleagues, the space aliens, never like me to show where they live. But I work every day with them. Well, except for Saturday and Sunday. Those aliens are laziest.
Say, man, this ain't even real, boy. That's CGI, man. For real, though. You know that's CGI. You know that's a Disney movie. That's some shit out of a movie. See, straight CGI, man. Let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section, man. Yeah, I got y'all. Yeah. Another one, CGI, fake, yup, got you. Let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section.
Now we had the round coating off of certain aircraft. A buddy of mine sent them to me. They're called Aurora drops. They kind of look like lava. The aircraft really drips this material off itself when it comes in after a long flight. The edges of which and some of the more vulnerable points literally drip this material on the end quote tarmac or the cement mac, the runway. It's scooped up and I don't know what they do with it. Anyway, here are some of the pieces of that. Incidentally, this particular coating was, see all this, so that just the fact
was dripping something or some kind of molten liquid metal or something like that. However, now the military is seeing these things floating in the sky, so they call in an A-10 Warthog who comes in and fires a Sidewinder missile at it. Now watch what happens. This is absolutely amazing. Boom! Sidewinder hits them. Nothing. It doesn't even faze them.
Once again, I must say, these videos are for entertainment purposes. Don't believe nothing you hear or see in these videos. Always use your own discernment, always do your own research, and don't believe nothing I say in these videos. But man, Philip Schneider, man. Once again, let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. Was he on or something? Or was he just tripping? Mental disorders. Let me know what y'all think.
Planet. You can go from New York to Brazil, Buenos Aires, and then Antarctica without ever coming up to the surface for air. And you can do it all at way more than 1,000 miles an hour on magnetic levitation trains, otherwise called maglev. I talked to a military veteran who said, Jim, I'm a war veteran, I'm a military specialist, I don't want to give away more. And he told me a lot of different things, but one thing he told me, he went from Virginia to Los Angeles in 45 minutes. Do the math, 3,000 miles an hour. 45 minutes is 3/4 of an hour, multiplied by 4/3. On 3,000 miles, you get 4,000 miles an hour. Easy napkin math.
Okay, here's the thing. We think about Antarctica, we think about these underground places, we hear all these testimonies, and we've heard it all over the internet of really credible people that were ex-military. I think we give anybody the benefit of the doubt until they're proven wrong. And I've been hearing these stories about these underground facilities, these underground places, these places that they are doing genetic experiments, that alien grays, like the Dulce base, the alien grays that are doing genetic experiments on humans that have been kidnapped. I mean, these are things that could possibly be going on that we've heard about, that the reptilians live underground. Okay, all of that aside, if they're traveling like this for thousands of miles underground, this shows that they have everything in place. And I'm not saying this is going to happen. Before you say I'm spreading wrong information, I'm saying that it's possible that if we were depopulated and the world was depopulated, they're good to go for nuclear war, anything else that happens. The elite, they're good, and whoever they want else that can be part of this with the one world government, one world order, that it seems to be that the United States is trying to force on everybody else, that they could remain here for a while. They say they've got livestock, they've got food, they've got everything down there. These energy sources that we don't know about, this technology that we don't know about. And that's why they don't tell us anything, because they don't want us to know about this. But we know about it. Those of us who study this and really look into this, we know. We know. And for the ones that don't, I just sound like a lunatic to you. But that's okay, because I don't care if that's what I sound like, because I know what's going on.
Yeah.
With that being said, tell me, what are your thoughts? What do you think they're doing underground? What do you think? Are there really giants and Nephilim underground? Are there really alien greys with doing genetic experiments on humans and trying to make hybrid species? Tell me what's going on. What do you think?
Man, y'all heard that, man. What y'all think? Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section, man. It kind of remind you of some Resident Evil type stuff, man. You know, how the Red Ribbon Army or whatever they call it, Umbrella Corp. Yeah, they had the underground everything and the bullet train, everything. They taking over the world type stuff, man. They had everything, even underground cities, like big underground worlds where you could. It was like a whole mimic of a whole nother city, and all of it was underground, man. A whole nother city or country type deal. Man, that's crazy, man. If they doing it like that, but what they always fail to realize is shit. Y'all never prevailed. They always gonna turn against y'all. Whoever y'all master is always turns against y'all, and y'all do all this evil shit to your own kind, sell us out for nothing. Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. It's a crazy world, ain't it?
Dulce is well known in the UFO community to be an underground genetics lab of alien and human life forms. The construction of the base is said to have taken place 2.5 miles northwest of Dulce, New Mexico, up on the mesa overlooking the town. The base itself is said to be hundreds of feet, even thousands of feet underground, according to one research team. Native Americans in the Dulce area recall troops entering the area starting as early as 1947. Government grants to the Navajo were used in building the Navajo Dam nearby, which was the main source of power to
Notice is that what they say is on the old Native American Indian reservation, Navajos. I wonder why. Ask yourself that down below. Let me know what y'all think down below.
According to the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission, in cooperation with the U.S. Department of Defense, quote, there are apparently no fundamental difficulties in construction and operating underground various types of important facilities. In fact, the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission partnered with the RAND Corporation, which was then contracted to do geological studies in the area. The RAND Corporation also happened to be in possession of nuclear-powered tunneling machines at the time, which were speculated to have been used in building the base. According to the book, an electromagnetic-powered high-speed shuttle system interconnects subterranean cities all over the United States and the world in a project called Noah's Ark, with other well-known bases stationed in Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, and Alaska.
That's something right there, y'all. That's something. Don't let that go over y'all head. Why would they call it Noah's Ark? Just ask yourself that. It's some type of escape plan or savior plan. Most definitely. Y'all ask him. Answer that in the comment section. Ask yourself that. Why would they call it Noah's Ark? It's crazy.
When this began to come to public light was due to the efforts of a man by the name of Paul Benowitz. Benowitz, who worked for a company called the Thunder Corporation, began in his investigations to be harassed by government agents, but also he began to get very unusual readouts on his computer. And Benowitz actually claims that he was in contact with some form of alien intelligence that was coming to him from a computer that claimed to be based inside the Dulce Archuleta Mesa. Benowitz had flown over the mesa and actually came up with a map of the various entrances for where the saucers could come and go from out of the mesa. Now, subsequent investigators have found 2 engineers who claim to have actually built the place in 1953. We interviewed 14 eyewitnesses who claimed that they went under hypnosis. These were women. A number of the women had little children as well who were also abducted along with them. But in this investigation, these 14 eyewitnesses who claimed to have been abducted claimed to have actually been inside the mesa. Mesa. There's also a sort of legendary figure, a fellow who is called Thomas C. This fellow Thomas C. supposedly worked as a security guard inside the base and escaped in the late 1970s with a videotape that was 6 minutes of a security camera that basically ran back and forth over a large hall in which there were these ambionic sacks where there appeared to be actual aliens in the sacks and unusual devices on the walls. So the explanation behind this was that in 1953, supposedly some sort of deal was struck between the United States government and this particular group of aliens. We don't know which bunch. Supposedly they're from Zeta Reticuli. And that in 53 we allowed them to have certain underground bases in which they could do certain types of genetic experimentation and energy experimentation in league with the U.S. military. And that in 1953 the Dulce Mesa was put together. That in 1979, a disagreement took place between the United States government and said aliens. The Dulce base reportedly was set up to be between 7 and 12 levels. That eyewitnesses have said or stated to us that the base was approximately about 450 feet down because they were taken inside elevators when the ships would land, when they would take the people that were being abducted in the back way. Usually the ships would come down the vents and come into a large hangar area, but a number of the abductees described being taken in a back way and down an elevator and then down some stairs. That this thing was supposedly 450 feet below ground and that it seemed to extend out with a power source at the center. When this disagreement occurred between the U.S. military and the aliens, because the aliens had basically gotten farming rights to this planet in exchange for nothing more than a few Model Ts, in essence a couple of saucers that they gave us to take apart and figure out how they work and what have you. They apparently gave us the code to breaking the human genome, or the human RNA DNA structure, which then allowed us to be able to do all kinds of genetic engineering and crossbreeding human beings with animals and different types of animals, which was supposedly what was going on in concert with the Los Alamos Atomic Energy and Genetics Research Lab in Los Alamos, New Mexico. That when the disagreement occurred, the military insisted on certain types of weapons. The aliens themselves then said, no, we're not going to give you weapons, we'll give you the ships, but we're not going to give you the weapons. The military supposedly at the same time broke into a number of different underground levels, which the aliens had kept secure and to themselves and somewhat secret from their military partners. And then when they broke into these levels, they found the levels were just strewn with bodies of either misbegotten genetic experiments or human beings that they didn't want to put back and had bled dry and thrown down into these underground levels. The U.S. military then said to the aliens, get out of our bases, get off our planet. The aliens supposedly then said, oh yeah, make us. We then sent in a Delta Force team to try to get them out. 66 Delta Force members died. The scientists supposedly were then there. Now let me tell you, as far as what we did as far as Dulce goes. Now, we wanted to come up with abject physical proof that an alien base actually existed. Well, how exactly do you do that? We figured out a way to actually ultrasound the Dulce Mesa. We took things up to the Mesa to see if we could find specifically a power source. So myself, Jim Delatoso, Joe Randazzo all went to the Dulce Archuleta Mesa. Now what we were looking for was electrical outputs, and we wanted to see how our sound or our sonic would interact with any sort of electrical outputs that were coming from inside the Mesa. But the actual blocks that you're about to see are the various areas where we placed transceivers that were hooked up into 9-volt batteries that we buried into the ground that were pulsing this sonic tone. Also, Dr. Delatoso found a way to run the sound through a synthesizer by running a number of tones up and down and then recording them on DAT tape. Right here he's showing the exact area of frequency as to how far out the ultrasounds went. Right here you can see the area of dispersion of what we were zeroing in on. So this area right in through here is the area that you can see that was ultrasounded through the test. Now remember, one of the things that we were searching for is we were searching for a source of electric or electromagnetic energy and a penumbra to that electromagnetic energy as well. A lot of the contactees and abductees the abductees specifically had stated that they had witnessed a central power source inside the Mesa itself. The vertical lines that you see on the side are the rock faces, but you see that big red glow right in the center? That, folks, is an atomic reactor. Right in the middle. This atomic reactor is approximately, once again, 450 feet down. The structure itself is about 250 feet high. The green penumbra that you're seeing that runs from either side, which could have shown literally a tunnel or some sort of causeway or railroad system that runs lower to the left, The green flat areas that you are seeing would be indicative of levels or electricity that was being wired throughout a number of levels. So we discovered, in essence, an atomic pile underneath the Dulce Archuleta Mesa that was military standard, that seemed to have levels, that seemed to have a causeway or a railroad system running through the base, exactly like everybody said.
Boy, you on to something. Man, he on to something, man. Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. It's a crazy, crazy world, man. Crazy world. If y'all ain't know about them, y'all better check them out. And always follow these channels, man, the creators who come with this content, man, that I'm using, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do it without them, and I couldn't do it without y'all, the followers and the supporters out there, man. I appreciate all the love and support y'all giving right now, man. Always. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. We still building here.
And this video shows a UFO dropping off an alien pod at a speculated alien underground base. What an amazing video shot on July 23rd in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Many people have heard the story of Phil Schneider and his experience with the battle at Dulce Base, where 66 military operatives supposedly lost their lives. What about the story of Thomas Costello, that was a security guard that worked at Dulce Base?
This fellow Thomas C. supposedly worked as a security guard inside the base and escaped in the late 1970s with a videotape that was 6 minutes of a security camera that basically ran back and forth over a large hall in which there were these ambionic sacks where there appeared to be actual aliens in the sacks and unusual devices on the walls.
Not to mention, there are rumors about what happened to Thomas Costello, and his family members. I mean, there are rumors. I don't know for certain. I don't want to say that, you know, anything in particular happened that I don't know about. But is it possible that they had to take care of him for knowing this and releasing this information? It's obvious that if this information is true, that they are definitely doing experiments. How long have they been doing this? If the Dulce Base was built in the 50s, how long have they had the technology to be able to do this? Tell me in the comments, what's your thoughts?
Well, that's crazy, for real though, because it's crazy, because like the other clip, I had to run it by y'all one more time for y'all who didn't get it or soak it in. Man, basically what he's saying is they allegedly they sold us out for crumbs, man. Crumbs, particularly like he's saying, like the ships, but not no weapons, but no alien weapons, but the ships and little alien splice technology. Well, not alien, DNA splice technology and stuff like that. Little stuff, but I mean, nothing too serious, nothing major, man. You know, it's crazy, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. It's weird though. It's weird.
So that I could personally witness what's going on in the lower levels of Dulce, so that I could tell people. And for years I've held back because it was just absolutely too awful to tell anyone, and I didn't know how people would react. And also I was afraid that my life might be put in danger by spilling the beans on what I saw. But I'm going to tell it here today, and for those of you that have a weak stomach, I suggest you stop listening to it. Or if you can't deal with fright very well, maybe you need to not listen to the rest of this, okay? I'm trying to think for your best interest. But we get there to Dulce, and we approach an area where small crafts are coming in. There's lots of them. It's like a big hangar. And out of each craft, I could see that they would bring out one, sometimes two, I don't know if there was three or not. It could have been three, maybe, humans. And they put them in like a little buggies that was on like a rail track.
Y'all, before he get to the details, man, if y'all can't handle like horror films, horrific films or stories, man, it's gonna get gruesome. So if you can't handle it, man, I'm telling you, click off or fast forward ahead or something. You know, I mean, for real, I ain't gonna tell you to leave the video, but at the same time, the stuff that y'all, you know, kind of want to hear, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. Let's get it.
And they set the people up in that. Now, the overseers operating the system, shockingly to me, were human, or they appeared to be human. And what shocked me even more was these tall, Nordic, blonde-haired, blue-eyed men operating this system were wearing uniforms with the swastika on the shoulders, an emblem, an insignia of the swastika. Now, think about this and think about World War II and what all was going on there, and the association of this might indicate who was controlling Hitler and what was really behind all that.
Yeah. In Henry Crane's book as well, he did mention that.
Y'all catch that? That was something, I'm telling you, something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Something to put a little something on your mind, make your mind wonder. You know, let's get it.
Different groups of humans worship different reptilian gods unwittingly, and that sometimes the reptilian gods would fight each other, and they would get the humans to try and wipe out the other group.
Yes.
In this case, I'm drawing comparison. He draws comparison to Hitler and the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
That's where his intense hatred for the Jews came from. It was influenced by these reptilians. Anyway, if you could just carry on.
Well, we drew close to where these humans, overseers, were working. These overseers could not see me, nor the entity that was guiding me and taking me there. We were, to me, ethereal. We were not in solid form where they could see us, but these workers, these Nordic people, were solid material. The humans they brought in, they put in these little train cars, were all sitting there like zombies, like they were stunned. And one of the things that bothered me in the first time I saw this with Barbara under hypnosis, it really wrecked me emotionally. And I saw a young woman of maybe 28 to 30 years old, a very pretty, attractive brunette lady, and she had a little boy with her about 7 or 8 years old, and he was sitting there with her. Both of them had been brought in, and I panicked, and I knew that something bad was about to happen to them, and I ran to wake them up, and I got right in their face, and I was like yelling to wake up, wake up. And they were not even aware I was there, and the Nordic overseers couldn't see nor hear me either. So I was protected in that sense. Some way they had me concealed where nothing was aware that we were there. But this woman, they rolled on and went on down the conveyor belt, and so then we moved to a different area, and the person that was taking me, or the entity that was taking me, stopped and said, "Listen." And I stopped, and we listened. And in the background, you could hear kind of like a very dull, ripping kind of noise. And I remember beginning to feel panicky, and I didn't want to go see what was making that awful noise. And the entity that was taking me insisted and said, "You must see it, you must see it." And so I looked, and what I saw were human torsos hanging on big meat hooks, and they hooked bone to hooks in the back of the body, and they were ripping the bones out of the human bodies to fillet it.
And who was doing this?
Man,
the Nordics. These overseers.
Do you remember watching Extraordinary Deceiving? Do you remember
Never
that?
heard of that. No, I never heard of it.
No, we definitely watched this. It was, remember we spoke about the guy waking up in his clone? You said it was a pretty good documentary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember now.
Do you remember what he was saying? That he was walking past one of these Nordics, and he said it was like their face just kind of shifted briefly into reptilian face and then shifted back. It was like a hologram that was put over the face.
Right. Okay. Now, I remember now. Thank you. Yes.
Is it possible that this might have been an illusion?
It's possible.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with this phenomenon, anything is possible. You know.
Right. Sorry. Continue.
It's quite all right. The next phase of Dulce that I saw was we went to a large room that was extremely cold, and inside this room were boxes that were like little small metal caskets, only they weren't caskets, they were more like coolers, and they were bringing in human body parts, arms, legs, torsos, all kinds of body parts, and packing them into these crates. And then there were a lot of them. It was a big operation, and I saw, I'm going to say probably 6 different Nordics working on 6 different boxes at one time, if I recall correctly. And they were packing all this in, and then they were putting the boxes, once they're full, on a conveyor belt roller. And it reminded me of present day where your luggage comes in at an airport on those rollers. It was like rolling on that, and it rolled into an area where there were a lot of craft waiting, and they were loading them, these crafts where they were taking them, in my opinion, I assume they were taking them out to colonies in space somewhere, or colonies here on our own planet that we're not aware of.
Wow. It's a meat processing plant. We've touched on it briefly before. But
yes, but I never really went into detail like I just have now. And that's all I saw on that, and I don't ever really want to see any more.
Say, man, y'all got to let me know what y'all think about that, man. That's crazy. Like I say, man, you can't handle that, don't watch that, man. Because, hey, that's crazy. And it's all alleged, y'all. We're not saying that's true. Like I say, these for entertainment purposes only, man. But that's crazy, though, if it was to happen. And like I tell other people, like in the other videos, man, the reptilians are they very deceiving. You know, they always got all type of illusions that they have and masks that they wear. You notice how he said that they looked at it and their face kind of looked like it was like an illusion, like a reptilian, and not a tall, you know what I'm saying, a tall white, Nordic being. But hey, they just tricking everybody so they could turn themselves into food. That's it. They just hungry. They want food. That's it. Let me know what y'all think about the clip down below in the comment section, though. Let's get it. Crazy, ain't it?
That's what I thought it was the first time that I saw this the other day. I mean, it's out literally in the middle of nowhere under this big oak. But if you actually take a look down inside, there are stairs down there. So I didn't notice this before last time I was here because it was in a rush and it was a lot darker out, but it looks like these stairs used to go up further, if that makes sense. And what I find really weird is that all the lights, these lights are on. So that tells me that there's still something active here. But then the entrance is so low tech. It's just fucking strange. It just looks like someone's going up but got cut off and buried.
You never found out what any of these breeds.
Man, hold up. Y'all comment down below, man. If y'all found something like that in the middle of nowhere, would you be going inside to go explore? I don't care how tempted you are. Would you go down there and explore, man? Shit, I know I ain't. Let me know what y'all gonna do down below in the comment section.
Just really were. They just give you a very vague.
One breach I did because my.
Why? You see? Y'all notice how he left him on the cliffhanger like that, man. He was getting too deep. He was finna tell some stuff that he wasn't supposed to tell. They had to get him up out the hot seat. Pay attention. Y'all believe. Man, a few of those looked like, you know, lookalikes or somewhere, but man, I think they reaching on most of those though. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section.
How old are you?
Well, there's virtual age and actual age. My virtual
pay attention to
age is how I look, what I appear to be in this physical body. So my physical body, even though I get told I don't look my age, would appear to be 48. My actual age, I'm going to be turning 83 this year. So you have to add in the 20-year tour of duty plus over a decade of the period when I was in training. So there's over 30 years of extra time and experience that I participated in that my body doesn't show because I was put back into a younger version of myself when I was 37.
Man, that is crazy, man. Let me know what y'all think about that down below, guys. That's crazy, man.
Really sketchy things going on with this
Looks like somebody had a Kamehameha wave.
product that I'm gonna share with you, don't worry.
Oh my god, let's figure out the main secret ingredient of pink sauce is. It's people! It's people!
How many of y'all out there have heard of Soylent Green? I had a lot of subscribers out there tell me about Soylent Green. I never heard of it until I started looking at these videos. And I appreciate y'all. I still haven't checked out the movie, but I would definitely check it out. Appreciate that.
Italy is set to become the first country to ban lab-grown meat, and anyone caught producing or using it could face a fine of 60,000 euros.
Yeah, we need to do the same over here, man, because that should be like crime against. Did someone say Soylent Green?
Where will we find him? Perhaps at home. Yes, at home.
Human beings. How many of y'all have tried the Soylent products, especially the Soylent Green products or the Soylent drink? You seen that? The one they sell at Walmart and Amazon? Yeah, let me know what y'all think about that down below. Give me a quick review about them.
Oh, Garfield, we have a visitor.
Don't tell me it's normal.
It's normal.
Every now and then you see some weird shit. Well, at least I don't see people.
It's
sounds like something you ate and you were like, oh, I'm going to file that under Soylent.
Or maybe it's one of those porta potties at the construction sites, or like the fairgrounds, but it's a green version, it's all very organically made from like cornstarch and soy products, and you could eat it if you had to. It's a food grade porta potty.
That's horrifying.
Imagine if I told you this wasn't actually chicken.
People in it! Motherfuckers, people! Nasty ass, crazy vegan motherfucker!
Quick age check. How many of you see the problem here? For those too young, years ago a movie came out called Soylent Green. Earth is overpopulated. A new miracle food comes out to save us all.
Soylent Green is people!
Man, y'all let me know what y'all thinking about these Soylent Green clips so far, man. It's just, we just now getting into it. We just now breaking ice, man. That's basically what I'm saying.
The entire world may soon be eating 3D printed meat, and here's why. It's projected that in just 30 years, the world's population will exceed our ability to produce enough protein through traditional farming, leading to extreme malnutrition in many parts of the world. That's why scientists are currently looking into the promising field of 3D bioprinting as a potential solution. For example, just recently, the world's first 3D printed fish fillet was created by a tech company called Stakeholder Foods, claiming it even had the same texture and taste of real fish. You see, the reason it's able to taste so similar to real meat is because the bio ink the printer uses to create the fillet is actually matured stem cells from the animal. But the difference being that this fish was never in the ocean and was printed in just a few minutes. The company also say that the technology is scalable and hope that one day it could supply millions with sustainable printed meat. So the question is, would you eat 3D printed meat or not?
Man, how many of y'all are up to trying some 3D printed meat, man? Me, personally, I'm good. I'll pass. Hard pass on that.
This man right here is a legend. I used to watch him on the internet a long time ago before YouTube was even popping. What he's doing is gathering energy to his sacral chakra and projecting it up through his arms. He's also using the art of imagination to direct that chi energy through his hands. Over here, he's holding nothing as his hands are completely open, and over here he picked up individual pieces of paper towel. Now pay attention. Nothing in his hands. Now this is a form of psychokinesis. Psychokinesis is a broad umbrella term that incorporates telekinesis, hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis, and other forms of that. This can also include Reiki healing, or Reiki energy work. Using his left hand, he focuses the energy to the paper towels, in which you'll soon see it starts to spark and catch fire. How would you know if you never tried?
Hey, what should we name our nutritional shake?
Man,
Well, I was watching.
Hold up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to have to call Cap on that, man. Yeah, it's probably possible, but he just ain't do it. In my eyes, y'all let me know what y'all think. Well, maybe I'm just tripping. Am I not a believer or what?
This movie where like everybody was eating this stuff called Soylent. That sounds boring. Yeah, I didn't finish it. Soylent sounds good though. Yeah, it was super popular.
This is a winter snack that I give to my chickens and ducks every single night. First, you're gonna need to get some oil warmed up in a pan, crack a few eggs, and scramble them like you would if you were eating them yourself. Sometimes I like to add apple cider vinegar when scrambling, but for this video, I did not do that. After the eggs are done scrambling, go ahead and get a container. I only get enough eggs cooked to last me a couple of days. Once they're all scooped in there, then let them cool before giving them to your flock. The next thing you are going to need is a few dishes. I got these from Dollar Tree. Then I have overnight oats, corn, peas, and then also the eggs. I also like to add this mixture of safflower seeds, black sunflower seeds, mealworms, cracked corn on top of the dish. They love to pick at that. So you just start putting all the ingredients in the bowls. For the ducks, I usually add a little bit more peas because it has a good source of niacin, and that's something that's very important for ducks. After you start getting most of your ingredients in there, then that's when I top with the Flock Party seed mixture. and then it is ready to serve to your flock. Not only do all these ingredients help with protein and different vitamins, as well as carbs to keep them warm in the winter, it helps me get my chickens back into their coop. They're trained that when they see these dishes, they know it's time for bed. I also think that all these ingredients are what is helping my girls produce eggs regularly. So maybe you should try it with your flock and tell me how they like it. Remember to save your eggshells.
Basically what she getting at is that's just like serving you to you. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, if you catch my drift without me having to say too much and getting banned.
Holiday Looking for Interesting Videos department has merged with 2 new videos we thought we'd show you at the end of the week that tell us a lot about a lot. One of them is video of Australia's new ambassador for gender equality. She just introduced herself to the world. She's American, by the way. She doesn't say that. She's got a fake accent. But as you watch this, just take a look at her and ask yourself, again, we're not religious authorities, but is there demonic possession playing a role in this? Watch.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Campus-Campbell, Australia's new Ambassador for Gender Equality. I'm incredibly honoured to take on this role as the lead international advocate for Australia's commitment to gender equality and the human rights of women and girls and persons of diverse gender identities.
If that lady showed up at your house at night, I mean, we're not being mean, just being honest. Like, people's hearts come through their faces sometimes. That's
froze up, man. They done froze him up. Hey, me personally, man, I believe he's on to something. If it ain't that, what else could it be? Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. That was crazy.
My mom was just telling me that apparently they're giving homeless people a room and then they're giving them some fentanyl to go with it. So they are, offering them a safe place to sleep, I guess, when really they're just putting them into some cement shoes and throwing them over the cliff. So, I just feel like it's super sad that they're doing that. And, these people, we just got to become united. We've got to come together. I mean, they are just killing people that don't even understand what anything is happening. And don't forget, they're not putting them in a coffin. They're putting them in your cheeseburgers. They're putting them in the whatever they need. They're making Soylent Green. In case you don't know, that's what they're doing.
Soylent Green, a tale of earth in despair in 2022. Natural food like fruits, vegetables, and meat, among others, are now extinct. Earth is overpopulated, and New York City has 40 million starving, poverty-stricken people. The only way they survive is with water rations and eating a mysterious food called Soylent. A detective investigates the murder of the president of the Soylent Company. The truth he uncovers is more disturbing than the earth in turmoil when he learns the secret ingredient of Soylent Green. This is a huge spoiler in the movie, so if you haven't seen it, I'm warning you right now. Soylent Green, originally in the movie, is made from sea plankton. And once the oceans become overrun and overpolluted, the Soylent Company begins using human bodies. They begin grinding up humans, prisoners, old folks, anything that is dying, anyone who has recently passed away. It's fucked up.
I know y'all seeing this, right?
Hi everybody, Nana here. There was a question going around, what movie disturbed you the most as a child? And this is mine. In 1973, there was a movie out, and it was called Soylent Green, Soylent, Soylent Green. And it was about Soylent Green. The year was 2022. Oh my God. Overcrowding, pollution, and resource depletion have reduced society's leaders to finding food for the teeming masses. That they found Soylent Green. If you know, you know. I don't think it was a really good movie, but it scared the out of me. It's on Amazon Prime.
Woo! It is 2024, y'all. 2022 was 2 years ago. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think it came true in a way or not? Let me know. Let me know. It frightened me a little bit too. Man, God almighty, I love a good cheeseburger.
Soylent Green is people.
So in the midst of an exciting American soccer match, I'm watching my team. Wait a minute. Never ever has an American Major League Soccer player ever hit a bicycle kick. They keep trying, but they've never made one. Anyhow, and I look over to the side of the stadium and I see this disturbing sign that says Soylent Green is people. So in fact, after all these years of eating Soylent Green, now I come to find out that it is in fact cannibalism. It's made of people. So I guess that means I'll have to switch to one of the other Soylent products. You can see here they're hauling the Soylent Green out of there. Man, come on. I would like to see a DNA test to be sure that it is in fact made of people. But there's a Soylent Green truck right there next to the Soylent Yellow truck. So you can still eat Soylent Yellow or Soylent Blue. Soylent Blue gives me diarrhea, so I think I'll stick with Soylent Yellow. But there you go. Soylent Green is people. It's people.
Man, this got to be a movie.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing, they'll be breeding us like cattle for food. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Promise, Tiger, I promise. I'll tell the exchange.
You tell everybody. Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell them. Soylent Green is people. We gotta stop them somehow.
Soylent Green is people. Soylent Green is people. It's people. You're eating people. Not these people. Nightmare fuel.
Hey man, I'm just a reactor, man.
New York City, in the year 2022. Nothing runs anymore. Nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted. Return to your home.
What is the secret of Soylent Green? Detective Sergeant Thorne. He has a 2-year backlog of unsolved murders. Now he's on a case that must be solved.
William R. Simonson.
Simonson. He was the first to learn the secret of Soylent Green.
They told me to say that they were sorry, but that you had become unreliable.
Saul Roth was the next to know. Fight for survival and try to solve the most bizarre riddle ever to face mankind. The secret of Soylent Green. You will find out why Soylent Green means death.
We gotta stop them!
Y'all let me know, was that just a movie or was that just another movie? You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell us something. Cause we seen that footage before with the look in the white sheets and look like the frame of bodies on a conveyor belt. Look like it was coming out of a plane. We've seen this somewhere before, haven't we? I know we have. If you've been faithful to the channel, you know what I'm saying? You've been here for a while. You've seen it before in a clip. I know it. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. Y'all think this came to pass already or what? Or just another movie?
Have you ever seen what happens to salt water when it vibrates? I think you're going to like it. MacroBeast has put a candle underneath a metal plate with a drop of water and some salt in there. And when that metal plate heats up, it starts to vibrate the molecules in that water. And when it does this, it starts to move. And it's really cool when it hits harmonics because it starts to form these nodes depending on which harmonic you're hitting. Now the friction of this movement starts to heat up the molecules in that water and transmutes it from water into gas. But the salt doesn't evaporate out there. And salt is a crystal, and when that crystal structure gets compressed in a smaller area, it starts to line up those molecules, and when it lines up like that, it starts to form a solid crystal ball. That's pretty fucking cool, man. Give MacroBeast a follow. They have some great content.
Hey man, like I say, you learn something new every day. And that was definitely something cool to find out, man, because I didn't know that. That was cool. Let me know what y'all think about that down below. Was that cool to you? Did you learn something new, or did you already knew that? You one of those know-it-alls, ain't you? I'm just playing.
I used to love drinking these whenever I was trying to lose weight and eat healthy. Until I brought one home to my grandparents one day, and my grandpa mentioned an old movie from the 70s called Soylent Green. Apparently this movie came out in the 70s, predicting the year 2020. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, I'm going to just give you a brief summary. But basically, they came out with this drink that was made from processed dead human bodies to fulfill and sustain the need of current people so that they wouldn't go hungry. And oddly enough, 2020 is the year these bad boys came out with Soylent energy drinks. I'm dead. Absolutely dead. You guys get a chance, watch this movie.
Y'all, they are blatantly saying, hey, guess what? You know, we are as evil as you've thought we were all along. So when did this happen? When did this switch happen? Do you know? Does anyone know?
Hey man, she right on the money, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that clip. I got another clip in this video for y'all. It kind of tells you when the flip happened, you know what I'm saying? When the switch happened, you know, on this. But that's for later time, you know what I'm saying? Later in the video, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Let's go. It's crazy. Time to cut the diet. Now, why would they need to create something like that? Let me know, because I hear the Mission Impossible theme song in the back and I just don't think it was for that. Let me know what you think it was for.
My boss called me to his office the other day to ask me the same goddamn question. He said, Joe, why do you keep calling HR, Human Resources, Soylent Green? And what the fuck is Soylent Green? I said, Soylent Green is people. He said, that's great. I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. I need you to explain why that is funny. And I said, I don't feel that I need to explain my art to you, Warren. He said, my name's not fucking Warren. Explain the joke. I said, if you're not familiar with the 1973 science fiction fantasy film Soylent Green starring Charlton Heston, you're not going to get the joke. The premise of the film is that it's set in the future where the world is overpopulated and run by corporations. The people are hungry, they're starving, and the corporations, they feed these people. What do they feed them? Soylent Green. What is Soylent Green? It's the processed corpses of the dead. Human beings. It's people eating people. Soylent Green is people. Human Resources. Soylent Green. It's a great fucking joke. He said, Joe, the fact that you had to explain that joke makes it inaccessible to those who have not seen the film. You sound pretentious. I said, I know. I don't like explaining jokes. Like, have you heard the one about the mohel with the tip jar? He said, no. I said, you know what a mohel is, right? He said, no. I said, they perform the bris. He said, what's a bris? I said, it's a circumcision. The mohel with the tip jar. Do you feel how uncomfortable we both are now? This is your fault because I had to explain this fucking joke to you. He said, why do you gotta make everything so goddamn awkward? I said, why do you gotta be so fucking boring? In the end, I finally agreed that I would no longer call HR, Human Resources, Soylent Green. And then 2 days later, he calls me back into his office to ask me what long pig is.
Come on, man. He's a funny guy, man. Go show him some love, man. Funny guy, man. Funny guy. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section.
How do you know when we're living a real life Hunger Games? It's when rich people are showing up to events.
Wait till everyone finds out about Soylent Green. That's really gonna fuck you up.
Soylent Green. A series of stories that we are doing this week on how U.S. food regulations have left American consumers exposed to chemicals and additives that have been banned in other countries.
Potassium bromate is a suspected carcinogen that's banned for human consumption in Europe as well as China and India, but legal in the US, where it's used by some food makers to strengthen dough and estimated to be present in over 100 products.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumours.
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could reach.
It's not just potassium bromate, but many other chemicals and substances that are banned here in Europe over health concerns, but considered safe by the FDA.
Do you think most Americans are aware that they're being exposed to substances that are viewed as dangerous over here?
They probably just think, well, if it's available and it's in the store, then it's probably fine.
Is food safety a part of that decision?
For sure, yeah. How am I going to protect my children when it's just everywhere?
I really want to make this point. If you came down, as an alien to Earth, to the United States, and saw what was going on, 80% of adults obese or overweight, metabolic dysfunction, 8 of the 10 top killers tied to food, just getting away from our evolution, right? You'd have a clear policy recommendation. Let's really focus on food. Let's focus on teaching kids how to exercise, how to meditate, to get a control of their mind, how to eat healthy. That would obviously, anyone 100% of the time would say that's the policy recommendation. That's not what we do. We wait for everyone to get sick and then drug them, and it's much more expensive. In the United States, and this is an important point going back to Ozempic, the obesity drug, because the system's so rigged, because pharma spends 3 times more than any other industry on lobbying, the United States is not even able to negotiate the drug price, even though they're the largest payer. So Ozempic, prices don't go down when volume goes up. Prices are going up in healthcare and quality is getting worse. So Ozempic is $2,500 a year. It's not going down. There's a full court press for government subsidization, taxpayer funding. It literally, this sounds hyperbolic, but this is the case. If that is prescribed how it's projected, that will be trillions of dollars over the next 10 years.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, that's a good way to cut the cost due to the price of the natural ingredients. And maybe the natural ingredients are a little higher. But then again, maybe they just don't give a damn about us, man. Just let that sink in. Or maybe it's all of the above. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Crazy work doing us like that.
I don't know when y'all gonna listen, but
here we go. This that clip I was telling y'all about.
There's a reason why these fast food.
This is the switch. This is what I'm talking about. When the switch happened, on my humble opinion, this is when I think the switch happened.
Restaurants had to change around their look and their names. Take a look.
Check it out. Y'all wasn't even paying attention though.
What does that say? It says Popeye's famous fried chicken. You notice they changed it to Popeye's Louisiana kitchen. Why?
And y'all got to think about this. They do this so they don't get sued or say that y'all, that we've been misled by them, or that they misleading us, telling us that it's a chicken, that it's chicken or whatever the restaurant is. Think about that.
You think they did that? Be fucking for real. For y'all that's gonna be like, oh, they went through a rebrand. Oh, be fucking for real. Here's another example. Colonial Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. They changed it to KFC. Why would they have to do that? Come on now, y'all. Use this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all still think y'all eating original chickens and meat. That's been gone. And all that stuff that they put in the meat, go look at the ingredients. Go look at the ingredients. I guarantee you can't count how many ingredients on your hands. And I guarantee you some of the stuff you ain't never even heard of that they put in their food. And not just chicken, y'all. I'm not out here just talking about chicken. But in the fruits, in all foods now, they have buku ingredients and stuff that they putting in there. That's why it's important for you to check the ingredients before you buy. Because nowadays, the FDA approves things that you wouldn't think is humane. They're allowed to approve certain stuff and change around certain wording so that it doesn't seem a certain type of way. But y'all better start doing your research. Because I bet you didn't know that natural flavoring that they put on all that food and stuff like that, they taking it from animals. That's what the natural flavoring is. And y'all gonna be disgusted when we discover, or when we talk about where that natural flavoring come from specifically. Y'all not even gonna want to eat that food no more. Then again, the addictions to food is so strong, you might still want to eat it. But I'm here to tell you, y'all don't know the half. Okay? And natural flavoring is listed on almost everything. Go look it up. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. Comment your questions below so we can address the next topic.
Man, that video was too deep for most of y'all. Man, it's going over a lot of people's heads, and you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, I had to play that for y'all, man. If you need to, you might have to go back and watch it again, you know, because it's logical. It makes sense in my eyes. Man, and to take it a little further, you think about it, man. These people doing so much cruel stuff. We know they like to use the little innocent ones, you know what I'm saying? The little people that we have, that we make in this world, the little innocent ones. Change the name to KFC. It could be meaning some very, very wicked things, some stuff. They could be bamboozling us, man. Imagine it was Kentucky Fried those little people, but the C word. Popeyes. Why people get Popeyes? Because the horrible things that they do to those little people in their eyes, they call them the pea eyes, the panda eyes, or you could call them pop eyes, because their eyes pop out their head, they say, when they do that stuff to them. Think about it, man. Or maybe, I don't want to think too deep on it, but you never know when you're dealing with these type of people and this type of stuff, man. That's all I'm going to say. You always got to be thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I must say, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip, though, in the comment section. Man, what had that gator in the air like that, flipping them up like that? Was it a bigger, larger gator? Or was it a big old anaconda or something? Man, let me know what y'all think that was. It had the alligator up in the air finna do one of them wrestling moves on him, man. Man, come on, man. I want to say DDT, man, or something. He was finna, man, tombstone that bad boy in that water.
This guy right here worships Satan, right?
All of you can't.
Bro, now watch what this kid says to his comeback.
Sort that out. I advise you shut your mouth about what Satanists are doing. You have 1,000 opinions, 1,000 books, and 0 evidence of God.
I've called you out once, and I will continue to call you out over and over and over. You say we have 1,000 books and 1,000 opinions, but we have no evidence of God, right? We have prophets that seen Jesus Christ rise from the dead.
Amen.
But you telling me that's fake? But
Amen.
the moment you go into a history class and you read something on that book, you believe that, huh? You want to talk about evidence of God? Our evidence of God is your evidence of the devil. You don't believe in God, but you believe in Satan, huh? That's like saying you don't believe in aliens, but you believe in UFOs.
100%.
UFOs is owned by somebody, and Satan is owned by God. You're worshiping someone who bows down to my leader, but yet you say he's powerful? He's so powerful he shivers to the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You're leading these people astray. You tell him he's some kind of good person. He's not good at all, and you know that. God is king.
Ooh wee, sir, that boy. Mic drop, you heard that? Mic drop, man. He served him. He served him. That's the way it's supposed to be, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip in the comment section. That, hey, crazy at work, man. He hated to hear that one. For real, for real. Hey man, say man, what was that? What kind of creature was that? And I ain't talking about the gator. What was that? He had a cigar in his mouth in the water, never dropped it. Did you see the way it handled that gator? Let me know what kind of creature was that? Let me know down below in the comment section, man.
Adrenaline kicked in, and I just went right in the water after the gator and Gunner.
For nearly 20 seconds, it was a wrestling match between man and gator. Richard with what appears to be a cigar in his mouth the entire time. Gunner's life on the line. In the end, Richard was able to pry Gunner from the small predator's grip, allowing the dog to say, "Later, gator."
Oh, it was just a shock. It happened so fast that, instinct just took over.
3-month-old Gunner managed to escape with only a small wound. Richard ended up with some cuts on his hands.
Man, that's crazy work, man. Somebody in the comment section that said, man, what was the mama at? Man, what was the mama gator at? Say, man, I promise you, man, if the mama gator would have showed up, y'all better help her. Because she would have definitely needed some help. Boy, that would have been a scary sight, man. For real. Man, that's the end of the video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. And let me know what y'all think about the video. If y'all liked it, don't forget to hit that like button on y'all way out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe and that notification bell on your way out so you be notified whenever I drop some new fire content in the future that you definitely don't want to miss. And y'all go check out my old videos, man. I'm telling you, they fire too, man. They fire. Go check out them old videos. I'm talking about at the bottom of the catalog, at the bottom of the playlist. And show them some love, man. Show them some love. That's whenever I was getting back on, man. And the numbers looking pretty low. So if you're real subscriber, real family, go ahead and show your brother some love, man. For real. And always remember, y'all, don't fall for the boo-boo, man. It's your boy Coozie. I'm out. Y'all take it easy.